Well, look what we've got here. It's a can of worms.
No, it's a coffee cup.
Oh, it's a coffee cup of worms then. But it's at least a can of worms is what Liberal Democrat Senator David Leyonhjelm has opened up this morning. He's written a very provocative piece talking about whether or not we should lift the speed limits on our roads, and he's pretty emphatic that we've got these archaic speed limit laws all around New South Wales and Australia for that matter. They're really just there for revenue raising, and he wants us to hoik up the speed limit.
It's, I guess, the latest variation on the old revenue-raising line, which is constantly raised. And he, of course, is a libertarian who believes in as few restrictions on what people can do. So the notion that we actually share the roads, and if someone, for instance, is speeding on a road going in the other direction and loses control and can kill a whole lot of people, as happens very often, is completely ignored in what is a pretty silly intervention in what is a fairly serious debate about road safety.
Don't you think it's pretty archaic that we actually have these speed limits that have been put in place essentially by engineers, sometimes 30 or 40 years ago, based on technology that doesn't even exist anymore? Our cars are so much safer. There are stretches of road in Australia. Take the M1. There are stretches there, 3 lanes. Why can't you drive at 140 or 150 k's an hour? It's safe. You're not a threat to other traffic. And our cars show that you can travel at that speed now without any threat to anyone else.
And that's based on your extensive experience in the road safety field. These speed limits have been set by people not 30 or 40 years ago. They are constantly being reviewed. We've had the greatest success in any policy area over the last 30 or 40 years has been in reducing the road toll and having fewer people killed on our roads. A lot of that has come from safer cars and better roads. A lot of it has come from the policing of speed, drink driving and other behaviour on our roads. That is the view of everyone who works in the area, the experts who work in the area. It's the view of the majority of the populace, but when you have a small number of people who do the wrong thing, that small seam of very loud people will always be attracted by the revenue-raising notion. But the truth is, I think it's close to 70 or 80% of people have no demerit points at all.
Oh, that's your favourite little stat.
Well,
they just haven't been caught. 70 or 80% of people speed all the time. And what about those people who go 20 or 30 k's under the speed limit?
And that's based on what? All you can do is look at the facts. But if you want to raise a bit of emotive cliches, that's fine. I'll stick to the facts, and that is that most people find sticking to the speed limit and getting around the roads according to the way the law has set it out, they find that fairly easy to do. There are people who can't, and plainly you're one of them.
Oh, sorry, you finished, Professor Stanley?
Good.